Now, this is usually the side that I read for my clients, Gemini, so this would be you, but you are allowed to go into this side here since this is a general reading. Typically, I don't do that for my clients, that this would be just you, but this is you guys, you guys have the option and the freedom to, to pick either side that resonates with you the most. But remember, if none of these resonate, it may not be your story. But the mindset that this person over here is, do you, Gemini, or someone else, is the Five of Wands. Very similar to Aries, yeah, it was Aries. Somebody's coming into this with a bit of with some turmoil. They're kind of racking their brain, or there's some things that are going on in their mind right now that they're trying to figure out. Okay, there's some inner turmoil. There's some things that they're trying to hash out personally. There's some changes that they're making in their thinking and the way that they are approaching situations. But the other person's got the Devil, so this person kind of feels. I don't know if they feel trapped, though. It's really weird. It could be that it's trapped, but they could also be, going back to old things. They could be seeing this relationship as not to say trapped. They think this person may feel like this is something that helps them escape something. This is their way of just kind of leaving their life behind. This is some way for them to kind of completely and utterly unplug from the world. If that makes sense. This is their escape, their relationship. And then not to say, that this person is using you as as a vacation, but they don't have to think about the demands and the obligations that the world has on them. They are allowed to just kind of completely relax themselves in this connection. That's kind of what I get this feeling of. Now, at the same time, they see this relationship, or they think of this relationship as some sort of close attachment or connection to someone. And I don't think they truly see this relationship as a trap, or they feel trapped in a relationship. Okay, because it looks like they're trying to keep the balance of things. They're just doing the best that they can. They're focusing on work right now, and they're not really looking at how they feel. All right, I think that's the thing. They're kind of holding back and stuff like that because I feel like they're trying. There's something that there's some sort of behavior that they've got going on that keeps them from truly expressing how they feel. Now, going into this relationship, they may feel like they can't be that open, or there's some certain pattern that they've got going on in this relationship. There's a certain dynamic or some certain role or some sort of behavior that they've learned from past relationships that keep them from expressing their feelings. They may not see this relationship as a complete escape, and that may be me, right? Not me, but like saying projecting my shit. No. I think this is like, that may be me saying this for someone else that may be watching. That may not be resonating with all of you, but I think somebody goes in this relationship thinking that they have to be a certain way when it's obviously not beneficial for them. It's actually very disempowering to them. And they may not realize it like that. They may not see that the relationship, that their behaviors are disempowering them, whether they give away. But I do get this feeling that they still do it because it's out of habit. Because look at the Two of Pentacles. This person is juggling the Pentacles. They're looking at the work. They're looking at all the things that they have to do with all the obligations. They're not seeing how they truly feel. And what we have here is the advice is to let the emotions flow. And as a matter of fact, I'm about to do what I did with Taurus, which is jump right into this reading and not read the affirmation. So let's go into this and read what the affirmation is before we carry forth. All right? Okay. 23. Wow, opened right to it. Emotions flow like water. They can be joyous like a babbly brook, as deep and as strong as a river. Give yourself permission to feel and experience them without judgment or blame. Do not try to deny them, for that can only lead to harm and dis-ease. Do not damn them within you. The Two of Pentacles and the Five, and look at that Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is not so much. This is a comfort zone and everything like that, but it's not necessarily damning a bridge. Not like the Four of Pentacles or the Two of Pentacles here. I feel the Two of Pentacles more than the Four of Pentacles, but we're going to continue. Do not damn them within you. Release them. Let them flow and go. Allow yourself to feel them and learn from them as you embrace them for what they are. A natural response to the moment that you exist in that will pass as the moment passes. So basically, remember, like, allowing your emotions to pass through you, because when you hold them in, you're allowing your emotions to be your emotions. Oh, excuse me. You're allowing your emotions to be you. And that is this person here. I feel like this person's kind of like refraining from expressing how they feel because of how they feel about their emotions, when they should just be like the high priestess and let them flow, let them just melt on through. Because that's what the high priestess does. That's how she gets all her messages. She lets her emotions flow. She lets that energy flow. She doesn't bottle them up. She bottles them up. She gets nothing. She has to have a balance. She gotta let them flow. She has to be passive. That's why passive energy is here. It doesn't make sense with the high priestess there and let the emotions flow. But I think everybody knows this, though. I think they know that the secret is behind the emotions, but nobody wants to let them flow. Perhaps because they want to keep those things private. I think everybody wants to keep their little emotions private. They don't want to show each other anything about how they feel. Not because, I think it's because they don't want anybody to judge them. They don't want anybody to feel like or think of them a certain way. Right? Could be. Maybe they feel like there could be judgment. But there's no judgment cards. There's no justice. But I do feel like this person wants to be seen. I think they want to be seen as independent and strong and a rock. Right? Everybody wants to feel independent and strong and, and stuff. But the challenge is the Nine of Pentacles. I don't think it's to develop independence. I feel, it probably may have to do with feeling confident in yourself, who you are, knowing who you are, no matter what emotion that you feel, that does not make you you. But I think it's also to let someone into that safe space. Allowing yourself to express that sort of emotion and not keep it to yourself. Because this person here is definitely doing that. Now, the other person is the Knight of Cups. This person is very focused on how they feel. They're very focused on how they feel. As a matter of fact, this could be the reason why their mind is going all, very conflicting and turmoily and, a big hot mess right now. Gemini, this could be you, right? You're all up in your mind right now because you're so much focused on your feelings. You're trying to figure out what to do with it, right? And what you probably need to do with it is just let it flow. Don't let it consume you, but let it flow. And what it's unfortunately doing, like, the reason why is because it's the Nine of Swords. I think there's a lot of stress, there's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of deep-rooted either depression that you may be experiencing, and that's the thing that you may be trying to figure out or trying to find. You're focusing on what makes you happy, but it's hard to do when you're still depressed, you're still sad, or you're still anxious about something. But in order for you to overcome the sadness, depression, or anxiety, you have to acknowledge that it's there and let it flow. Go down that rabbit hole. Find out why you are feeling that expression, feeling that emotion, and then, heal that. Heal it by whatever the solution that you find when you come to understand why you're feeling this anxiety in the first place. But there's like a big emphasis on focusing on what makes you happy. The cup. What do you feel like? What do you want to feel? What do you want to feel? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? And it's like, but what are you afraid of or sad about? What are you depressed about? What are you anxious about? What are you uncomfortable with? That is the biggest thing that's standing in the way of what you can't have or what you can have right now. That's the real blockage. That's the real gilded cage, is when you're trying to focus that energy on what you want instead of finding out what is causing you to feel sad and depressed and anxious. And it comes from, that's why the turmoil is there, because it's like you want something, you want to be happy, but you can't feel it because you're so stressed and sad. And that can be that, the thing is that you may need to just communicate this. Talk about this with your partner. Communicate how you're feeling. And that's probably the outlet for you to go about explaining those emotions flow. You have another opportunity at some happiness, but keeping it all bottled in, keeping it all private. This can also indicate feeling like you're alone in a relationship, feeling single in a relationship, right? But this is a new opportunity to connect. And yet, everybody's doing things on their own. Everybody's feeling the way that they feel on their own. They're not expressing anything to each other. Two Pentacles, this is not talking. This is holding it back. This is thinking about something else, trying to focus their direction on something else. This is the same thing. But this person has the star as the reason why they have the devil and the Two of Pentacles. And the star talks about hope and faith and belief. And this is the opposite of the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Swords, rather. Opposite of the Nine of Swords. Because this is faith. This is not. And the thing that's interesting the most, right, is that the star can still be this doubt. Because it could be that you believe that a star that you want is too far out of reach. They have a want, they have a manifestation, they have an aspiration. But they have to let their emotions flow in order for that to happen. And what do they do instead? So I think this is all about healing as well for this individual because of the star. The star is a healing energy. And I feel like they will heal when they express. But right now, I feel like with the devil, there's a certain behavior that they've got going on that's keeping them from expressing or giving of their emotions, or expressing their emotions, or letting them flow. And I feel like that's the thing that's going to change about the situation now. That's why the Wheel of Fortune is this is a new opportunity for the both of you. Whether this is together again, or this is a new relationship altogether. But I do feel like with the Knight of Pentacles, this is about, yes, understanding your individuality and your, having the confidence especially to be yourself. And not letting your materialistic, view of life. I'm not saying you guys are materialistic. Let me rephrase that. It's more like not letting your looks define you. Even if you break down and cry today, right now even, it's not going to mean anything about you. It's just going to mean that, hey, she's a human being, or he's a human being. It has nothing to do with your independence or your strength or your determination. And it may be that the reason why you guys are holding back your emotions is because you guys are alone in your relationships right now. Maybe you guys are not contacting each other or talking to each other right now. Maybe the reason why you haven't communicated with one another is because you guys can't, or you haven't. And it's because this time is about being independent for yourself. It's a very interesting read this time around, guys. So let's see what the Whispers of Love is coming up. Aw, I love you. I think this is another time around, but the thing that's the challenge is being together. Single. I think you guys have always been single, and you've been single for a long time. This is a new opportunity in regards to love. And I think the thing that you guys want to express to one another is how you truly feel about one another. And you all are distracting yourselves because you all want to give up your confidence, your independence, your singlehood. But let's be honest, y'all. This person is already, I knew something was interesting here. Habits and behaviors, screw that. This person believes that they're connected with you. This person believes that they're already attached. This person knows who they belong to. They know this they know the person that belongs to them. That's why the star is coming up. And it's like they know, and that's where the sun, the high priestess and the sun's coming up. It's awareness. You guys know what your heart wants, and the fighting about it in your head, Gemini, is really you just trying to have your mind say, no. Think of ways of how you're not official. Think of ways how you're not together. But you know it's not the truth because you know how you feel. You know that you want this person. And this person is the same way. That's why they're distracting. Maybe not talking that very, very much. They're not extending themselves. They're busy distracting themselves. But they know that they want this person. They know that they're yours. This person either feels very connected to you, or they're keeping themselves from truly feeling that way. Whatever this individual's business is, yours is that there's a lot of stuff that's going on over here that really talks about knowing what you want to feel. And the doubt may be that you may not get it back. But that's the beautiful thing about love. You don't need someone to say it back to you for it to mean something. Sorry guys, my stomach is gargling.